And that worked. How about that? I don't know why I always have to do that. But anyway, this is Steve Aquilon. Greetings, everyone. Good Sunday morning to you. It's time for Strat-O-Matic baseball. I got bored this morning, thought I'd roll one. Of course, the next game on the slate is Detroit at Boston. So for the first time, I'm going to skip a game. We're going to jump to the next game on the schedule, Chicago White Sox at California Angels. Now, I thought about playing them in order, but it would be kind of like bait and switch, I think, wouldn't it? I mean, somebody may have already seen the Detroit at Boston scheduled at 2:15 and wants to see that, and then they come on at 2:15 and go, what the hell? It's Chicago at California. So I'd rather keep the scheduled game as scheduled and just play out of order. So we'll move to the next game on the schedule of April 20th, 1966. It's the White Sox at the Angels. And good morning, Jack Dawson. Welcome, sir. I got 5 inches of snow last night, so it's a snow day. And yeah, a good day to play too, I think. Plus, I didn't do a game yesterday. I was visiting my mother, who lives in town. She's closer to downtown. Probably got not quite as much snow as I did up here on the north side. We've got 2 good right-handers on the mound today. We got Joe Horlen for the White Sox and Dean Chance for the Angels. And where's Joel Horlen when we need him? Paging Joel Horlen. Your buddy's on the mound. Anyway, Horlen, a brilliant 2.43 earned run average that season in real life in 29 starts. He also picked up a save. Chance 12 and 17, belying his 3.08 earned run average in 37 starts, and he also picked up a save. So 2 right, and there he is. God, I'm glad you made it, Joel. Your namesake is pitching for the Sox today. It just wouldn't have been right if you weren't here. Let's get to the lineups quickly and we'll get underway. For the White Sox, Tommy Agee will bat leadoff and play center field. Don Buford bats second and plays third base. Floyd Robinson hits third and right field. John Romano will do the catching and bat cleanup. Pete Ward in left field hits fifth. Tom McCraw will play first base and bat sixth. Ron Hansen, the shortstop, hits seventh. Al Weiss at second base hits eighth. And Horlen hits ninth. And holy cow, 2 no-hitters in the same season. That's amazing. Here's the Angel lineup. It's Jose Cardenal leading off in center field. Bobby Knopp will play second base and bat second. Jim Fregosi bats third at shortstop. The first baseman, Norm Seaburn, hits in the cleanup spot. Ed Kirkpatrick will be in right field today, and he'll hit fifth. So it's a day off for Warner. Rick Reichart in left field hits sixth. Bob Buck Rogers to do the catching and hit seventh. Paul Shaw at third base hits eighth, and Chance hits ninth. So we're about ready to get underway here. I've got that water boiling on the stove. Let me turn that down. I don't like that sound coming through. In fact, it's humid enough in here. I'm just going to kill that. Okay, so here we are on a chilly Sunday morning. Umpire says, play ball. Tommy Agee steps to the plate, right-handed batter. Dean Chance gets the sign from Rogers. Here's the windup and the pitch. A 6-8 to the right-hander. It's going to be a grounder down to short. That's playable for Fregosi, who throws him out. And there's one down here. And that makes sense to me, Joel. I like that. Obviously, my name is not Aquilon. I started it because of the Jethro Tull song when I signed up for YouTube many years ago, but My lung conditions in the last few years have made the name turn out to be quite prophetic, for better or for worse. Here's Buford now, switch hitter, batting lefty. The windup. Pitch to Buford, a 3-5 against the righty. That's a base hit into right field. Buford's aboard, and we know he has speed. Asterisk 17, 1 through 16 runner. Let's check Chance now. Chance, a terrible move, a +7. Rogers, a -2. So even held on, Buford is a 1 through 18. And you know he's going to try for that lead. 2 through 6 or a 9, and he's got it. 1 through 18, here he comes. Here's the throw from Rogers. He's in there on a 17. So stolen base, Buford. I remember Buford more, of course, with Baltimore. But Buford here in the first, singles and swipe second. And here's the next pitch to Robinson. On a 1-8, that's a grounder to first base. That's going to be taken by Seaburn. The runner cannot advance as Seaburn flips to Chance covering, and there's 2 down. I kind of like these morning games. I'm more relaxed. Maybe not quite as with it. I've got my coffee here. I'll show you my mug if you can see it. The Morro Bay, California mug. One of my favorite vacation spots. So runner on second, 2 down. Yeah, like I was saying, I mean, I'm not quite as awake, but I think I'm more relaxed. I get excited in the afternoon games. Maybe a little too excited. I don't know. It's what it is what it is. Like I say, it's just an old man having fun. Let's try not to take it too seriously. John Romano, right-handed hitter. Runner on second, 2 down. Pitch from Chance is a 5-7, and he struck him out. So no runs a hit, they leave a man after half an inning. Chicago 0, California coming to bat. As Joel Horland takes his warm-ups. Horland taking his warm-ups. And here's Cardinal. Horland, the sign from Romano. Here's the windup and the pitch. It's going to be a 3-2 against the righty. It's a base hit into right field for Jose. He's aboard. Jose also with great speed. Let's check the hold here. Horland a +2, not as bad as Chance. Romano, however, a +1, making the combo a 3. 17-20 held on as a 1 through 18, and he's going to try for the lead. The pitch comes into Knopp. That's a 10. He does not get a good lead. So Cardinal, modest lead from first. Pitch to Knopp is a 6-8. That's a base hit to left, an open single. Cardinal can try to go to third on that. The left field is a +1. So you've got a 17, -2 to left, a 15, +1, a 16. He's going to try for that, and Chicago will concede it, keeping Knopp at first base. So runners at the corners. Nobody out. Knopp not a threat to run. And here's Fregosi. White Sox will be back, double play depth. Here's the pitch from Horland now from the stretch. Pitch to Fregosi is a 6-4, a grounder to third base X. That's going to be Buford. Don's a 3E32 down there. And here's the play on a 5. It's a ground ball C. Runners will all advance. So Buford has to charge in on that ball. His only play is to first. That'll score Cardinal. Knopp takes second on the play, and it's 1-0 California. RBI for Fregosi. 1-0 California, runner at second. 1 away. And here's Norm Seaburn now. Horland ready. Full windup, the pitch to Seaburn on a 3-6, and he loses him, ball 4. So Seaburn jogs down to first, 1 out walk. Now it's first and second one down, and Ed Kirkpatrick will be the batter. Kirkpatrick getting his first start of the season. He's pinch hit a couple of times. Excuse me. Harlan from the stretch now. The pitch to Ed is a 6-11, a grounder at first base. That's going to be handled there by McCraw. He goes down to Hansen, back to first, not in time. So that'll be a force play. They'll go 3-6. Knopp will take third on the play. Seaburn is forced, of course, and Kirkpatrick's now at first, where he'll have to be held on, an asterisk 15. So 2, 3, 18. He'd be a 16 even held on. But there's 2 away, so they're going to let Reichart bat. And here's the pitch to Reichart. On a 3-9, swung on and missed, strike 3. So Harlan gets out of that cheaply enough. Anaheim, California gets a run on 2 hits, and they leave a pair. There was a walk. At the end of 1 inning, it's Angels 1, White Sox nothing. Here's Chance. He's ready. Ward, McCraw, and Hansen due for Chicago here in the top of the second. Chance, hang on, I'm pulling up my stats. Chance comes into the game with a 1-1 record on the season. Harlan has started, but he has no decision as of yet. Chance the windup. Pitch to Ward on a 6-6. That's going to be a single. Base hit for Pete Ward to lead off the second. Double to 7. The roll is a 9. And Ward's aboard. He's not an asterisk, but he is a 15, which means he's a 1 through 20 right now if he can get the lead. So they're going to have to hold him on. That would make him an 18. And he's going to try for it. He needs a 6. He gets a 6, 1 through 18. And Ward is running. The throw from Rogers, and he's in there on a possible overthrow. Rogers' overthrow number is only 1 through 6. And on a 9, the play stays on the infield. He does not overthrow. So a stolen base for Ward. Well, I got to look at that here in a second. Ward into second on the steal. Ward that year was 3-1 stealing, so he didn't steal very often, but he sure swiped one here. And the next pitch to Tommy McCraw is a 4-7 to the lefty, and he walks him. And how often does that happen? I tell you, I've mentioned this before. You steal a base, or the next guy walks or singles, and you're thinking, well, what was the point of that? But the Chi Sox are in business here at the top of the second with first and second, nobody out. And here's Ron Hansen. Hansen, the right-handed hitting shortstop, came over with 3 other players from Baltimore for Aparicio. Big trade. Hansen from the stretch. Here's the pitch on a 4-9, and he walks him, and the bases are loaded. So Chance, struggling with his control here, has loaded the bases on a single and 2 walks, and there's still nobody out here in the second inning. And here's Al Weiss, light-hitting, slick fielding second baseman, switch hitter batting left. California will be at double play depth. The pitch to Weiss on a 1-8, it's going to be a pop-up on the right side. That's going to be Knopp. He's got it, and there's one down. And now here's where it gets interesting. With Harlan coming up, let's check his bunting rating. He's a B. He could try to squeeze. California playing back. And he is going to try to squeeze. The bunt is down. It's an 8 on a C, and they bunt into the fourth. Oh, my God. The pitcher takes it, Chance, throws to the plate to nip Ward, and Ward is forced. So Harlan bunted it right back to the pitcher. That goes 1-2. Hansen to second, McCraw to third. Ward is forced. 2 down now, and it's up to Agee. Bases loaded, 2 down. Here's the pitch to Tommy Agee on a 5-6. That's going to be drilled into right field for a base hit. McCraw will score. Hansen will score. Harlan will steam into third on a 2-out, 2 RBI single by Tommy Agee, and the Sox take a 2-1 lead. So first and third, Agee will have to be held on. He's an 18 held on as well. He's going to try for the lead. What the heck? If Chance can't hold people on, why wouldn't you? 2 through 6, 11 or 12. That's a 3. He's got it. 1 through 18. Rogers throw. He's in there. Agee's stolen a base now. So 3 steals in the game so far. The White Sox, with a lot of speed in the lineup, they're taking advantage of Chance's poor move to first. And I'm reading Joel's comment now. That's true even in the advanced version? I did not know that. Well, the infield was back, for one thing. We weren't playing in. Does that change it? Let me know. Second and third, 2 down, and here's Robinson. The next pitch to Robinson. On a 2-4, he pops it up left side. That's going to be Fregosi calling for it, and that will retire the side. 2 runs for the White Sox on 2 hits, and they leave 2. 2s across. 18-3. Thank you, Joel. Let me get my... Oh, excuse me. Let me get my rule pages out here. Here we go, 18-3 with the bases loaded and the corners in. Gotcha, because there's going to be a force at the plate. But the infield was not in. The Angels were playing back. So I don't think that would apply in this case, would it? I'll tell you one thing, I never play infield in with the bases loaded on defense. I just won't do it. That can really blow up in your face. I've seen it too many times. So Chance, for all of his struggles, he got out of that cheaply enough, I'd have to say. Yeah, it only says with the infield in or the corners in. And of course, corners in can only apply in the super advanced game, which I'm not playing. I'm playing the advanced version with supplementary stealing. Bottom of the lineup for the Angels. Rogers, Shaw, and Chance. Harlan into his windup now. Here's the pitch against the lefty, a 6-7. It's a single to 7, but that line drive's going to find the glove of Al Weiss. And there's 1 down. And here's Shaw now, Paul Shaw, who I remember from his Kansas City Royal days. Here's the pitch on a 4-7, swung on and missed strike 3. Second K of the afternoon for Harlan. I guess it is afternoon if you're on the east, right? Still morning here in Spokane, Wa. And here's Chance, a right-handed batter. The pitch is a 4-10 and swung on and missed strike 3. 1-2-3 go the Angels in the second after 2 complete. White Sox 2, Angels 1. I suppose as far as the infield there when the bases loaded goes, now if it were ninth inning, it's the winning run on third, then you have to pull infield in and even outfield in if you're playing the computer game. I don't think outfield in is applicable in the advanced game either. Most of you guys know I played mostly Windows and the Live 365 over the last 25 years. Still refamiliarizing myself with the card and dice. And of course, my first time ever trying to stream. So I mean, yeah, I beat myself up sometimes for the mistakes. But all in all, you know, it's been a lot of fun. And that's really my primary objective. My primary objective is for you to have fun. But in order for that to happen, I have to have fun too. Floyd Robinson will lead things off for the White Sox in the third. Chance the sign from Rogers. Here's the pitch now on a 1-8. It's a grounder down to first base. Norm Seaburn will take it to the bag. One down. Here's Romano now, struck out in the first. Chance the windup. Here's the pitch to the righty on a 5-9. Swung on and missed strike three. And that's 2 Ks for Dean Chance now. Both of them Romano. And here's Pete Ward now. He got that second inning started off with a leadoff single. Chance into the windup. It's a 4-7 and he walks him. So Ward on with the walk. And Tommy McCraw will be the batter. He walked in the second. Chance from the stretch. Pitch is a 2-8. It's going to be a pop-up. That'll be playable for Seaburn. He takes it, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, one left. Still a 2-1 ball game. As both pitchers appear to be settling in now. Horland takes his warm-ups. Top of the order for California. Here's Cardinal. Horland gets the sign from Romano, the windup. The pitch to Jose is a 4-9 against the righty. It's a high fly ball to left field. Going back on it is Ward, just shy of the track, makes the catch for the out. So on a 4-9, homer to 4, the roll is an 8. And a deep fly ball to left for Cardinal. And here's Knopp now. And here's the pitch. A 5-5 to the righty. He walked him. So Horland issues a walk to Bobby Knopp. Knopp not a threat to steal. 1-13 runner. And here's Fregosi now. Horland from the stretch. That's going to be a 5-8 to the right-hander. A liner speared by Buford. Oh, a nice grab by Buford, and there's 2 down. And it'll be up to Seaburn. Seaburn walked in the first. Horland from the stretch. Pitch to Norm is a 4-12, and he loses him, ball 4, and Horland's walked 2 in the inning. And now the Angels have runners at first and second and 2 down, and Ed Kirkpatrick will be the hitter. Let's look at Kirkpatrick. It's his first start of the year. He hit only 192 that year at 312 at-bats. He did have 9 homers, so he's got a little bit of pop. All of it against righties. He's a weak against left-handers. Here's the pitch. On a 2-9, swung on and missed strike 3. Horland blows one by Ed, and that'll do it. No runs, no hits, 2 left on. And we're through 3, 2-1 White Sox. So now this is turning into the pitching duel that you might have expected with Chance and Horland pitching. Bottom of the order for Chicago, Hansen, Weiss, and Horland due up. Here's the pitch to Hansen. That's a 5-6 to the right-hander. That's going to be a base hit up the middle for Ron Hansen. So Hansen aboard with a leadoff single. No threat to steal, and Al Weiss will be the hitter. Weiss and A. Bunner, you got the pitcher up next, but God, look how awful he is against righties. Weiss is going to lay it down. That's going to be a 12 on an A, and he pops it up. Sebring going to make the catch, runner holds. So Weiss pops up the bunt. Horlin a one-hitter. Horlin a B bunter. We already knew that. They're going to be in now. Well, let's do the Guterman method for this one. I do the wrong dice every time. 1 to 3. Corners will be in, or the infield will be in. He'll be a C. He's going to lay it down. It's a 10 on a C, and they get the force. So the White Sox unable to execute the bunt here in the 4th inning. 2 attempts at it. And both of them failed. So now Horlin's at first base with 2 away, and Agee the batter. Agee 1 for 2, singled in a run and stole in the 2nd inning. From the stretch, it's a 2-5, and he strikes him out. Chance fans Tommy Agee. No runs, a hit, a man left. We go to the bottom of the 4th. It's still 2-1. Reichart, Rogers, and Shaw due for California. Horlin the windup. Here's the pitch now on a 3-6. That's a base hit up the middle for Rick Reichart. He's aboard with a leadoff single. Reichart and asterisk 15 will have to be held on. So that's 2. Romano a 1-18. He's a 1 through 16 held on. And he's going to try for the lead. 2 through 6 and 12. A 4, he's got it. 1 through 16. Here's Romano's throw. Oh, he's just in there on a 16. How about that? So the Angels get into the stolen base frenzy, as Rick Reichart steals second. On the next pitch to Rogers, 4-4 to the left-hander. That's a fly to center field X. That's going to be Agee. Agee, a splendid center fielder, a 1E8. Here's the play on a 2. Agee into the gap, leaps, a diving catch, and he comes up with it. He holds up the ball. Oh my God, would you look at that? An incredible diving catch by Tommy Agee. And it's a web gem, 8X exclamation point. Let's see if anybody moves up on that. Fly ball B to center. No, there is no advancement on that. Reichart holds. 1 down, and here's Shaw. Shaw struck out his first time up as Horlin goes into the windup now. It's going to be a 5-5 to the righty, and he walked him. So for Horlin, that's the 4th walk he's issued already. First and second, 1 away, and here's Chance. Chance and A. Bunner. 1 to 3, it's in. It's in. He's going to try to lay it down. He's a B now. A 7 on a B. And he lays down a perfect sacrifice bunt. The runners will move up. That's going to go 2-3 sack. Sacrifice hit Chance. So Chance shows him how it's done. Drops a beauty down and moves both the runners along. 2 outs, however, it'll be all up to Cardinal. And here's the pitch on a 1-8. That's a comebacker. Horlin's got it. Flips to McCraw, and that will do it. So Horlin able to strand 2. No runs, a hit, 2 left. After 4 complete, we got a 2-1 game, White Sox leading. Dean Chance getting ready to work here in the 5th. Chance in S7, as is Horland. As far as endurance goes, that is. It'll be Buford, Robinson, and Romano due up for Chicago. They're leading 2-1 as Chance goes into the windup. Pitch to Buford, a 3-8 against the right-hander. That's a triple to 8. That's down the right field line. That's rattling around. Kirkpatrick trying to pick it up. Can't find it. Now he's got it. Buford rounding. He's into third with a triple. Holy crap, you gotta love a triple. Probably the most exciting play in the game. So a leadoff triple for Buford. Now the Angels will pull the infield in. They do not want to get any further behind in this one. And with the infield in, it'll be Floyd Robinson, left-handed batter. The pitch is a 3-9. It's a ground ball to the pitcher, B. And they've got Buford off of third base. Oh my goodness. Throws behind him, now to the catcher. Back to third, they've got him. So that's going to go 1-5-2-5. Just making something up there. Buford is out and Robinson's at first. He's an asterisk 18. He'll have to be held on. He would need a 6 to get it. He's going to try for it. A 4. No lead for Floyd. And here's Romano with one out. Chance from the stretch. On a 6-6. That's a base hit to third. Buford dives, smothers it, but has no play. That's going to be an infield single. Robinson will have to stop at second. So Romano with the infield hit. One down, and here's Ward. Ward singled and walked so far. Chance from the stretch. The pitch to Pete is a 2-6 pop-up. Left side. That's going to be Shaw. He's got it. 2 away, and it'll be up to Tommy McCraw. McCraw 0 for 1 with a walk. Chance from the stretch now. A 6-8 to the left-hander. It's a tapper down to first. Seaburn will take it himself, and that will retire the side. No runs, 2 hits. They leave 2 on. And most importantly, they squandered that lead-off triple by Buford. But they still lead 2-1 as we go to the bottom of the 5th. And greetings, Mark. Mark's here. Good morning or good afternoon, as the case may be. Still morning in Spokane. Decided to get 2 games in today. It's a snow day. 5 inches on the ground. Horland getting ready to work, bottom of the 5th. It will be top of the order. No. Cardinal batted last inning. It'll be Knott, Fregosi, and Seaburn. Excuse me. Okay, Horland's ready to work now. He gets the sign from Romano. The pitch to Knott. 6-6 to the right-hander. It's a tapper down to third base. Buford's got it and throws him out. Here's Jim Fregosi now. Fregosi 0 for 2. He did knock in a run in the first. The only Angel run to this point, in fact. The windup, the pitch on a 1-4. It's a pop-up. That's going to be handled by Hansen. He's got it. 2 down. And here's Seaburn. Seaburn's walked both times. Horland from the windup. That's a 5-8 to the left-hander, and he pops it up on the infield. Knott. Weiss calling for it. Makes the catch, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Horland. And after 5 complete here at Anaheim, it is White Sox 2, Angels 1. it will be the bottom of the order for the White Sox as we move along to the 6th. Hanson, Weiss, and Horlin. As I mentioned, let me double check that. Yes, Chance came into the game with a 1-1 mark. Horlin does not have a decision yet. I know he's made at least one start. Apparently a no decision. Chance ready to work now. Here's the pitch to Hanson. On a 4-7 to the right-hander. He walks him. A lot of walks in this ball game. Chance, that's the 4th walk he's issued. Horlin's issued 4 walks. Hanson not a threat to steal. And here's Weiss. He tried to bunt last time. That didn't work out so good. Oh my goodness. D hit and run. And they're leading. If they were trailing, I would say bunt with Weiss and pinch hit, but I'm not going to pinch hit for Horlin. Not yet anyway. Weiss is going to bat. From the stretch, it's a 1-12. It's a ground ball to second. Knopf's only play is to first. And that's one way to advance the runner. Hanson will take second on the play. And Horlin's going to hit away. He's a right-handed hitter. Here's the pitch from Chance on a 3-5. That's a grounder to short. That'll be Fregosi. Runner cannot advance as Fregosi throws Horlin out, and there's 2 away. Runner in scoring position and 2 down for AG. AG 1 for 3 so far. His 2-run single accounting for all of the Chi Sox runs to this point. Chance ball outside, pitching carefully to AG now. Comes set again, and here's the pitch. On a 1-10 high fly ball to deep left field. Back goes Reichart. On the track, makes the catch for the out. So AG gave the Anaheim fans a scare there, but it's a loud out. No runs, no hits, 1 left. And Horlin will take the mound and take a 2-1 lead here as we go to the bottom of the 6th. Turned into quite a battle here between Horlin and Chance. In fact, I'm going to refill my coffee. I need it. Be right with you. And we're back. Okay, oh, that's good. Oh, that's perfect. It'll be Kirkpatrick, Reichart, and Rogers for the Angels here at the bottom of the 6th. Horlin into the windup. And we got a dice on the floor. That'll be a re-roll. Fouls one off. The next pitch, a 2-8, swung on and missed strike 3. And Horlin fans Ed for the 2nd time today. Here's Reichart now, 1 for 2. Here's the pitch from Horlin. A 5-8. It's going to be a liner right into the glove of Buford. 5-8 liner to third, and there's 2 down quickly, and here's Buck Rogers, 0 for 2. Switch hitter batting left-handed. And here's the pitch on a 6-9, and that's ripped down the right field line. That's going to be extra bases. Rogers rounding. He'll hold up at second with a stand-up double. 1 through 12 runner, not bad for a catcher. Then it'll be up to Shaw, as the Angels have a runner in scoring position, 2 down and trail by a run here at the bottom of the 6th. And here's the pitch. 6-4 to the righty. It's a grounder to third base X. That's going to be Buford. Buford, a 3E32. This could be an adventure. Here's the roll on the play on a 17. Buford has it and throws across in time for the out. Nice play, Don Buford. That'll go 5-3-X. No runs a hit, they leave a man. After 6 complete, it's still 2-1 Chicago. Chance goes out here for the 7th, and what will certainly be his last inning of work, as he's due to lead off the bottom of the 7th. And it will be Buford, Robinson, and Romano for the White Sox. 2-1 ball game. Glad you could join me this morning. I can see a lot of 2-game days here with weather like this coming. I pretty much turn into an indoor hermit when the snow covers the ground. Okay, Buford set to lead it off, batting lefty against Chance. The windup. The pitch to Buford is a 3-4. It's a fly to left playable. Reichart ranging over now and makes the catch for the out. And here's Floyd Robinson, 0 for 3 so far. Warm up these dice again. Here's the pitch. That's a 4-8 to the lefty. Swung on and missed strike 3. Chance fans Robinson, and with 2 down, it'll be Johnny Romano. 1 for 3, a single and 2 Ks. Here's the windup in the pitch. A 5-6 to the right-hander. That's a base hit up the middle for Romano. So Romano with the single is 2 for 4. He's on first base with 2 down, and Pete Ward will get a shot. Ward 1 for 2 with a walk. Left-handed hitter. Chance from the stretch now. It's a 1-6, a tapper down to second. Knopp has it. He'll go the short way to Fregosi, and that will retire the side. No runs a hit, a man left. So fine 7 innings for Chance, who will yield now for a pinch hitter as we move along to the bottom of the 7th with the Angels trailing 2-1. So Chance, a very nice 7 innings. He surrendered, let's see here, 7 hits, 2 runs. He did walk a few, as previously mentioned. He walked 4 today. Only 4 Ks, is that right? Let me see if I missed one. 1, 2, 3. No, that's right, 4 Ks. And the Angels will get, let's see who's coming up for the White Sox. Lefty, righty, switchy. They use Lee and Brunette in this game. They also used Sukla. Let me check him out. You know, this is a good spot for him, actually. Ed Sukla is going to throw. He is a computer-only card that I just printed up this morning. He's a right-handed pitcher. He's absolutely horrible against right-handers. But he's really good against lefties, although he does have a bit of a gopher ball problem, but not much else on the card. And I hear you, Joel. I've said the same thing many times in the last few years, but I don't know where I would go. I certainly can't afford to go back to California, which I would kind of like to do, maybe. I grew up down there. But it's too freaking expensive. Jesus. Okay, who's going to bat for the Angels? In real life, they use Smith and Adcock. They've got Horlin, a righty. They could go to Pearsall as well. But I think it would be more fun, a player I've always enjoyed, and somewhat of a character in baseball history. You all know who he is. ladies and gentlemen, Jay Johnstone. He was a prankster, kind of a kook. I think he wrote a book, didn't he? I think he wrote a book. I just moved in March, April in Spokane here. I don't want to move again. Crap, I'm probably 98% settled here, but I've still got some few last minute things to do here. Bottom of the 7th, the Angels trail by a run. They're going to send up Jay Johnstone to hit for chance to lead things off here. Horland into his windup. Pitch to Jay is a 6-11. It's a tapper down to first. McCraw has it, flips to Horland. And Johnstone is out. And here's Cardinal now. Jose, 1 for 3 today, scored the Angels' only run. Here's the windup and the pitch. That's a 3-8, tapper down to third. Buford smothers it up with the throw in time. So 2 down, and Knopp will be the hitter. 1 for 2 of the walk. Horland gets his sign. The windup. Pitch to Bobby on a 5-3. It's a fly to right field X. That's going to be Robinson. Floyd is a 2-12 out there. As he drifts towards the line, here's the play. On a 4, a diving catch at the line by Floyd Robinson. Would you look at that? Robbing Knopp of extra bases. So a web gem by Floyd Robinson, that retires the side. And after 7 complete, it's still 2-1 White Sox. Oh my God, was Knopp ever robbed on that one? And here comes Ed Sukla, right-handed pitcher. McCraw, Hansen, and Weiss, if anybody gets on the pitcher's spot. Sukla, the sign from Rogers. Pitch to McCraw is a 6-7. That's going to be a fly ball to center. That's playable for Cardinal. He puts it away, and there's 1 down. Here's Hansen now, probably the only right-handed batter that I will allow Sukla to face. Here's the windup and the pitch. It's a 4-8, and that is a base hit into center. So it's a 1-out single for Hansen. No threat to run. Weiss the hitter now. You might say pinch hit for Weiss, but with a 2-1 lead, you're not going to take out your 2-12 second baseman, are you? So Weiss will bat. Here's the pitch from Sukla. On a 6-10, I'll have to look that up on the computer card. I can't read it. 6-10 is a fly ball to left field. That's going to be playable for Reichard, and he makes the catch, and there's 2 down, and Horland will be allowed to bat. Right-handed batter, a week. Here's the pitch from Sukla. 1-11, he struck him out. So a fine inning by Sukla, and that will be his only inning. I just thought it would be fun to get him in there with 2 of the 3 batters he was facing were going to be left-handed or switch hitters. Computer-only card didn't work that much that year. He pitched an inning, gave up a hit, no walks, and a strikeout. Bob Lee getting loose in the California pen. Moving to the bottom of the 8th, the Angels will have Fregosi, Seaburn, and Kirkpatrick. Now, do the White Sox want to do anything defensively? They look pretty strong out there on defense. Ward's a 4 in left. Buford a 3-32, but he's due to bat second in the 9th, so he's going to stay in. Let's see what they've got in left field. Oh, I know what I'm going to do. I've done this before. Ken Berry will come on in left for Ward. So Ken Berry Fantastic outfielder. 1E3 with a +1. He's going to take over in left for Ward. In between his stints on F Troop and Mayberry RFD, he was able to be a defensive replacement. Okay, Fregosi comes up here in the bottom of the 8th. I forgot to write that in. No runs a hit, a man left. And there's Fregosi. Harlan's going for it. What a game. He hasn't been touched since the first inning. Cardinal led off with a single. Knopp singled him to third. And he scored on a ground out by Fregosi, and that's been it for the Angels. Harlan's only allowed 4 hits. And here's the pitch from Harlan. On a 3-7, a fly to center. That's going to be playable for AG. He drifts over and makes the catch for the out. Norm Seaburn, 0 for 1. He's walked twice. Harlan gets the sign from Romano now. Here's the pitch. On a 4-6, swung on and missed strike 3, and down goes Seaburn. And boy, Harlan, he can smell it, can he? You can almost feel it. He struck out Kirkpatrick twice. Ed's 0 for 3 today. Here's the windup. Here's the pitch on a 5-11. That's fly ball to left. That's going to be Barry, just inserted into the game for defense. He's a 1E3. Running towards the line, he makes a running catch, and that will do it. 7X, 1, 2, 3 go the Angels, and after 8 complete, it's Chicago 2, California 1. New pitcher for the Angels. It'll be Bob Lee, the right-hander. He pitched in this game in real life. AG to lead things off, top of the order for the White Sox. Lee into the windup now. Pitch to AG on a 5-5. He walks him. Oh, man, that is not what the Angel fans wanted to see. Trailing by a run, and Lee comes in and walks the first batter. And AG, of course, with blazing speed. Lee, however, a -2 hold. Quite the contrast to Dean Chance's +7. Rogers, an excellent catcher at a -2. So AG would be a 1 through 13 not held. And they're going to go ahead and not hold him. They'll give him 1 to 13, should he choose to take it. So should he take it? That's the question. They already lead by a run. They'd like to get an insurance run. Buford's 2 for 4. I don't think they want to get caught stealing in this situation. Buford's going to hit away. From the stretch now, here's the pitch on a 6-4. It's a fly to center field X. That's going to be Cardinal. Jose's a 2E3. As he runs towards the gap on an 8, that's the error range. An E3 on the roll of a 10. Fine running catch by Cardinal. And with 1 down and Robinson up, he might try to steal. Here's the pitch to Robinson, and there he goes. Here's the throw, and he's out on a 14. He was a 1 through 13, and a bullet fired down there by Buck Rogers, and they nail AG stealing, or trying to steal, I should say. And here's the next pitch to Floyd. That's a 5-9 to the left. He gets a lazy fly ball to left. Reichart drifting over and makes the catch. So the 1 run's going to have to stand up. Now I'm going to see if they have a third baseman. Trying to do all I can for them here. They really do not. They could do one thing, though. They could put in a... They could put Jerry Adair in for defense. A 3E20 at shortstop. That's an improvement over Hansen. That's what they're going to do. In a tight game, I like to try to make defensive replacements for the leading team. So Jerry Adair is going to come out and take over at shortstop for Ron Hansen. What did I say he was again? A 3E20 compared to Hansen's 3E48. So a little improvement there. As Horlin goes for the complete game. Well, Joel, I hope he gets it for your sake. It'll be Reichart, Rogers, and Shaw for the Angels. White Sox leading 2-1, a nail-biter here. The Angels scored a run in the first. The White Sox took the lead with 2 in the top of the second, and it's been scoreless ever since. Horlin now ready to work. Reichart steps in from the right side. A sign from Romano, the windup. The pitch to Rick is a 3-11, and he walks him. Oh my God, that's the last thing you want to do. A 2-1 lead, and you walk the first batter, and he's going to have to be held on. That's +2, +3, 18. He's a 16 held on. And he might just try to steal here. He's the tying run, and they haven't been doing much against Horlin. 2 through 6 or 12. It's a 6. 1 to 16. Here's the throw. He's in there on a possible overthrow number. Oh my God, and it's Romano. He's a 1 through 5. Here's the roll. He does not overthrow. Stolen base for Reichart. His second of the ball game. And now the tying run is in scoring position with nobody out. And Horlin's next pitch to Rogers is a 1-6. Single to 9. Liner speared by Weiss. Holy crap. Talk about raising your blood pressure. That looked like it was headed for right field, but Weiss does just get a glove on it. And that'll bring up Shaw. Meanwhile, in the Chicago bullpen, Eddie Fisher begins to loosen. So Reichart at second, representing the tying run. Bottom of the ninth, there's 1 out. Paul Shaw, the batter. Horlin from the windup. Pitch to Shaw on a 6-8. That's a single into left field. And Reichart's rounding. Left field is Barry, a +1. Reichart a 1 to 13, 1 to 14. That's the tying run, but there's only 1 out. Oh God, that's tough. Never make the second out at the plate, they say. They're going to play it conservative and hold him up. I can hear some groans out there already. But I'm thinking if he's on third, if I'm the Angels, I'll take the first and third and 1 out. So they got the tying run at third, the winning run at first, which is Shaw. They should probably look for a pinch runner for Shaw, if they have anybody. First of all, who would play third base? Jackie Hernandez could play there. Do they have any speed, though, on the bench? Not many teams did. Jackie Hernandez could run a little. Wouldn't be Smith. Hernandez can also play third base, so that's what's going to happen here. Jackie Hernandez is going to pinch run for Shaw. If necessary, he could stay in the game at third base. So pinch runner third base, Jackie Hernandez. And 1 more hitter walk will tire Horlin, and of course there will be a hitter now for Lee. Lee worked an inning, walked a batter. Tension mounting here in Anaheim. Hernandez in asterisk 15 will have to be held, and with an automatic caught of 9, 10, and 12, he's certainly not going to try for the lead. They could pull the infield in. But then they're giving the automatic steal to Jackie, who would be a 1 through 18, and he's the winning run. So you can't do that. They have to almost concede the tie and not let Hernandez get into scoring position. And who's going to bat now for California? It's going to be Willie Smith, who played in this game in real life. Smith, the left-handed batter. Fisher's ready. I'm tempted to go to Fisher right now. But Horland's not fatigued. He's pitched a hell of a game. I think he's earned it. They earned the right to stay in. 1 down, runners at the corners. The White Sox lead by a run, but the Angels are certainly threatening here in the bottom of the 9th. They've got Rick Reichard at third, Jackie Hernandez at first base, and Willie Smith at the plate. Hernandez held on, infield back, double play depth. From the stretch, the pitch to Willie on a 6-9. That's down the line for extra bases. Oh my God, the ball game is tied. Hernandez is going to have to hold up at third, however, on the pinch hit double by Willie Smith. And we got a tie ball game. And Horland's fatigued to top it all off. So here comes Stanky out of the dugout, slow walk to the mound. Big hand for Horland, though. He pitched a fine ball game. Cardinal due up, Canop to follow. Here comes Fisher. Horland worked 8 1/3. Holy crap, what a ball game. I know, I thought he was going to nail down the complete game. I really did. Horland for only 6 hits. He did walk 5. He's allowed 2 runs, but 2 runners in scoring position are his responsibility as well. He struck out 6. So Lee's out of the game. Fisher comes on in relief for the White Sox. And here's the situation. Tie ball game, bottom of the 9th. But the Angels have runners at second and third with 1 out. And Jose Cardinal is the batter. Canop to follow. Hernandez is at third. Willie Smith is at second. Here's the pitch. On a 2-9, it's a grounder to third base B. And they've got the lead man off of third. So Fisher has it. Throws behind Hernandez. They've got him in a rundown. He's forced. Willie Smith into third. So I'm going to call that 1-5-2-5 again, as they throw the ball around and get the lead. The infield was in. I'm sorry I didn't say it, but obviously, second and third, 1 out, the winning runs there. Yes, of course the infield was in. I'm really sorry I didn't say it, but that's a no-brainer. I think we can all agree on that. So first and third and 2 down, and it's up to Canop. Tie ball game. Fisher from the stretch. Pitch to Bobby on a 5-7. He struck him out. So Eddie Fisher comes on and extinguishes the rally, but the Angels tie it up, a run on 2 hits. They leave 2, and we're going to extra innings. How about that? And greetings, Gary. Welcome. He walked in on pure madness here. Hernandez will stay in the game and play third base. Probably not the most ideal, but he's already out there. He's a 4E65. I don't know who else the Angels would have at third base. They could put Frank Malzone down there. I'm not even sure he was called up yet, though. That would leave the other catcher. Yeah, no, Hernandez is the most logical choice. Maybe not the greatest, but... Okay, now California needs a new pitcher. As we go to the 10th inning, it's going to be Romano, Berry, and McCraw for the White Sox. They use Lee Brunette. They're not going to bring in Brunette here. Boy, this is tough. Burdette, Rojas, or McLaughlin would seem to be the choices. Let me go to my... Sometimes I like to refer to the computer game in this situation. They're going to go to Mini Rojas. 2.88 in 84 innings, mostly as relief. And Mini Rojas will be the 4th California pitcher of the game. As we go to the 10th inning. How about that? Romano, Berry, and McCraw due up for the White Sox. I'm laughing at Joel's comment now. Yeah, it's funny how these little references or names make you think of certain people. Romano to lead things off, tie ball game, top of the 10th. Rojas gets the sign from Rogers. Here's the windup in the pitch. That's a 5-8. Tapper to second base X. That'll be Knopp. Knopp, gold glove caliber down there with a 1E17. He's behind the bag. Here's the play on a 15. He's got it and throws him out. So 4-3X. Nice play for Bobby. And here's Ken Berry now. Berry came on to play defense, replacing Pete Ward in left field. He made a fine play on a ball hit down the line. Here's the pitch. It's a 2-6, and that's going to be, oh my God, it's a 4. That's going to be extra bases. Berry's rounding. He's headed to second. Cardinal, the throw. He's in there with a double. Ken Berry with a 1-out double. Inserted into the game for defense. And Berry can run. He's a 1-15. And here's McCraw. Jerry Adair on deck. He came in for defense for the White Sox. We got quite a few defensive replacements in there now. Sometimes that backfires. Okay, Berry at second. McCraw trying to pick him up. Rojas from the stretch. And it's a 6-8 single to 11, but that liner's going to find the glove of Bobby Knopp, and there's 2 down. So on a 6-8 single to 11, the roll is a 16. And it's going to be up to Jerry Adair, right-handed hitter, playing shortstop now in place of Hansen. And here's the pitch. A 4-10 to the right-hander. That's shortstop X. That's going to be Fregosi. Fregosi, a 2E36 into the hole. Here's the play on a 15. He's got it. Plants, long throw in time. And we go to the bottom of the 10th. 6-3X, no runs a hit. A man left. Holy crap, what a ball game. This is at least the third time I can remember where I've rolled an unscheduled game and it's turned into a really, really good, tight ball game. Maybe I should do that more often. Fisher is going to come back out. He came on in the ninth with 2 on and 1 out and got out of it. He'll face Fregosi, Seaburn, and Kirkpatrick here in the bottom of the 10th. Gets the sign for Romano, the windup. Pitch to Fregosi on a 110, a liner speared by Buford. So Buford's been busy down there at third base today. They've been drilling balls right at him, and he's responded every time so far. Here's Seaburn now, 0 for 2 with a pair of walks. The windup. Pitch from Fisher, a 4-6 to the lefty. That's a fly ball to center. It's a lazy fly ball. Drifting over is Tommy Agee, and he's got it. 2 away quickly, and it's up to Kirkpatrick, who's 0 for 4. Ed's going to bat. Here's the pitch. A 2-3, and he drills him. Oh, my goodness. Well, you know that wasn't intentional. There's no way you drill the guy in a tie game in the 10th inning. But Kirkpatrick takes first. He'll have to be held on. Fisher's a +3. Romano a +1. 19. Heldy's a 1 through 17. And Ed Kirkpatrick's going to try for the lead. 2 through 6 or 12. It is a 12. 51 through 16. Here he goes. Here's Romano's throw, and he's in there. And Kirkpatrick has a stolen base. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 6 stolen bases in this game. 3 for each team. And now Reichardt's up. Kirkpatrick's the winning run in scoring position. He's a 1 through 14. That's good enough. Reichhardt 1 for 3 with a walk. Romano out to the mound now. Fisher nodding. Romano back behind the plate. Oh my God, what a game. What a freaking ball game. Reichhardt takes one outside for a ball. Fisher stares in to get his sign. Here's his next pitch to Rich. On a 6-4, it's a grounder to shortstop X. That's going to be Jerry Adair. He's a 3E20 down there. Here's the play. That's not flat. That's got to roll again. On a 3, it's a single, infield single. He smothers it. Runner has to hold. So Reichhardt with an infield single, but Adair able to smother it, and Kirkpatrick cannot score. And now Reichhardt will have to be held on. 2 down. And it's up to Buck Rogers, switch hitter batting left. First and third, 2 down. Eddie Fisher from the stretch. Kirkpatrick at third. Reichhardt at first. And the dice is off the table. And that's a re-roll. There it is. Fisher gets the ball back now. Here's the pitch. A 6-7 grounder to second base X. That's Weiss. He's a 2E12. About as steady as they come down there. Here's the play on an 18. Weiss has it and throws him out. What a play by Al Weiss. Oh my God, that saved the ball game. No runs a hit, a 2 left. At the end of 10, it's a 2-2 tie, and we're going to the 11th inning. Here in Anaheim. Just down the road from Disneyland. I don't know what made me say that. Weiss, the pitcher's spot, and Agee. Rojas will come back out. And now Chicago really should look for a hitter for Weiss Do they have another second baseman or a shortstop? They've got Elia. Remember, Adair could shift over and play second, which is probably what they would do. Elia, not much of a hitter, though. Who's going to bat for the White Sox? They use Skowron and Freese in real life. They're going to hold Skowron back to hit for the pitcher. They're going to bring Freese up there. So Weiss will be removed for a pinch hitter. Elia would go in to play short with Adair moving to second base. And now we've got all kinds of moves going on here. And hopefully I don't screw up the score sheet at this point. Pinch hitter Freese. So Gene Freese, a right-handed batter, is going to lead things off here for the White Sox in the 11th inning in a 2-2 tie. Rojas gets his sign from Rogers. Here's the pitch. It's a 2-6, tapper down to short. Fergosi's got it and throws him out. And now we'll have a hitter for Fisher. Fisher did a fine job. 1 2/3. He allowed 1 hit. He hit a batter. No walks and 1 K. He allowed no runs. Both the runs charged to Harlan. For the White Sox, Bob Locker will get loose. He pitched in this game in real life. He's the next best they've got, too. Locker. And Bill Skowron is going to bat for Fisher. So Moose Skowron coming on. 1 out, nobody on. Let's see, can we even see these cards now? Am I too far out to the right? Let's take a look. Now everything looks pretty good. It's visible. 1 out, here's the Moose. Rojas, the sign from Rogers, the windup. Pitch to Skowron's a 3-6, tapper down to third. That's going to be Hernandez. He's got it. And throws him out. And there's 2 down. So the White Sox send up 2 pinch hitters to no avail here in the 11th inning, and now it'll be up to Tommy Agee. Agee's 1 for 3 today with a walk. He's driven in both of the White Sox runs, but that was back in the 2nd inning. And now here's the pitch from Rojas. On a 2-5, swung on and missed strike 3. Down goes Agee, and the White Sox are retired in order in the 11th. Lee Elia will stay in and play short, where he's a 3E40. Adair will move to second base, where he's a 2E18. I'm going to have to wait this out just so I can write. These darn things are always screwing up. Adair at second is a 218 now. Bob Locker coming in, 3rd pitcher of the game for the Chi Sox. Jackie Hernandez will lead it off for the Angels. Oh my God, he's terrible. We can't let him bat, can we? Okay, they got to have another 3rd baseman. They do. He's not very good, but he's better than Hernandez. So Malzone's going to come on. Frank Malzone. And we're just emptying the benches here today. Pinch hitter third base, Malzone. Or it could be Malzone, I guess. I'm not exactly sure. I apologize if I'm butchering his name. He only had 155 at-bats that year, batted .206. Like I say, not great, but better than Hernandez. Hernandez came on as a pinch runner and stayed in and played third base. So Locker ready to work now as Malzone steps in. Here's the windup. Here's the pitch on a 6-6 fly to center. That's going to be playable. AG drifts over. And makes the catch for the out. And now they'll have to bat for their pitcher, Rojas. Oh, good grief. Right? Rojas worked 2 innings for the Angels, gave up a hit. No walks, a K, no runs. Brunette would be the next pitcher to come in for California. He pitched in this game in real life as well. He would be the 5th pitcher. And they're running out of hitters, but they got a hit here. Okay, there's their pitchers. Adcock played in this game in real life. There's Jackie Warner, of course. I'm going to go with Adcock. He actually played in this game in real life. He's about as good as anybody left on the Angel bench. So the pinch hitter will be Joe Adcock here, with 1 out in the bottom of the 11th inning. Locker gets the sign. Pitch to Adcock is a 3-10 high fly ball to deep left field, and this ball game is over. Joe Adcock has just walked it off with a pinch hit home run, and the Angels win 3-2. Let's look at that again. 3-10. Boom! No doubt about it. Halfway up the bleachers, Joe Adcock, and the fans are going crazy. Holy cow, what a ball game. 11 innings. The Angels pull it out 3-2 on a pinch hit blast by Joe Adcock. He had 18 home runs that year and 231 at-bats. He slugged .576, for God's sakes. That turned out to be a good pinch hitting choice. I was thinking about Pearsall, who has more on base, but Adcock comes through with a huge pinch hit home run to win the ball game and walk it off, and he's being mobbed at home plate by his teammates. Oh, the whole place is going crazy. So Brunette never had to come in. We can white him out. Bob Locker, the losing pitcher. Rojas picks up the win. Let me check my records here. I don't think either. I know Rojas doesn't have a decision. Rojas is 1-0. Locker might. Locker 0-1 with a save. He's now 0-2. Oh my God, so that's twice Locker's come in and lost the game for the White Sox. I feel a little bit bad about that. But he was the best they had. What are you going to do? Locker, a third of an inning. The big home run. Pitches to 2 batters, and he takes the loss. So for the Angels, we got a 3-2 final. It was 3 runs on only 8 hits, no errors. It was an errorless game on both sides. The White Sox, 2 runs on 9 hits, no errors. And that's your final here from the Big A. The Angels nipped the White Sox 3-2 in 11 innings. Thanks for hanging out with me, you guys. Wow, what a freaking ball game. Strat-O-Matic, man, what can you say? It's like the drama's built into the game. I hear people say things about the computer game. Oh, it's hell. It's the game engine. This team, it was already picked to win by the computer. Bullshit. You see the exact same kind of stuff with the cards and dice all the time. The drama is built in. I don't know how they do it, but I'll tell you what, I've played other simulations and I've always come back to Strat-O-Matic, the first and still the best. That's all I can say. Join me at 2:15 for Detroit at Boston this afternoon, 2:15 Pacific. Thanks again, everybody. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. 1966 Strat-O-Matic Baseball. This is Spokane Steve saying have a great afternoon and join me for the nightcap.